so fancy. It just feels fancy, it looks fancy, it's fancy. Hey guys, welcome back. So got a really fun video for y'all today. Charlotte Tilbury was so incredibly generous and kind and sent me a beautiful box filled with a lot of goodies inside to try out. No obligation to review, but I just want to do a video and try these goodies on camera with y'all because that's what we do here on my channel, is try out makeup and just have fun with makeup together. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're just gonna be getting ready together, doing this look, trying out these products inside. I'll share my thoughts along the way, and yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So let's get to it. Okay, we're gonna jump right on in with this Charlotte's Magic Cream Treat and Transform Moisturizer. It says, I've been mixing my own age-defying moisturizer for years, known backstage as Charlotte's Magic Cream. It's a secret mix of collagen-boosting anti-age ingredients, hyaluronic acid, hydrators, and floral oils that instantly transform tired, dull skin. All right, so even just the packaging on this is beautiful. Like it was in this little sleeve thing, and then you open the sleeve, and then inside you open it, it says the magic dew of youth and luminosity in a jar. And you open it up like this, and then the cream is inside. Look at this. This is so fancy and beautiful. I have heard great things about this cream, so I am so excited to try it. Ooh, okay, let me get this situated. This is even what it looks like in the little stopper. I mean, it just looks super creamy. Here it is in the jar. This looks so hydrating. Okay, so I'm gonna put some of this on. Wow. I don't even know how to describe this. Because it's like, it's almost creamy, silky feeling. It doesn't feel tacky. It doesn't feel super gel-like. It's just, it's like silky creamy. Oh my goodness, love the texture of it. It does have a light scent. When it said floral oils, I was wondering how it was gonna smell. It does have a little bit of kind of a floral scent, but it's very, very light, so it doesn't bother me at all. Yeah, wow, I am very impressed with that. I love the texture of it. I love that kind of silky, creamy sort of a texture. I like that it seems like it's sinking into my skin where it's not sitting on top of my skin. My skin doesn't feel very tacky. A little bit tacky back here where it's still maybe sinking in, but not really tacky here. So it's like it's sinking in and hydrating my skin, but not sitting on top of my skin. So I am impressed with this. I just noticed that there's even directions in here of not only just how you apply the cream to your face, but then how to do kind of a complexion lift, like sweeping upwards, moving up your cheekbone, defining the contours of your face, defining your jawline by pinching your chin. That is so cool. So not only are you getting a really great cream, but she's kind of giving you some tips for how to do kind of like a complexion prep before your makeup. Next, they sent me a primer. This is the Wonder Glow Instant Soft Focus Beauty Flash Primer. It says, turn around tired, dull skin in a beauty flash. Powered by a fluorescent core that converts diffused visible light, I guess, converts diffused to visible light to dramatically reduce the appearance of skin imperfections and emits, radiates, glows with an instant soft focus spotlight effect. Very, very cool. And then it talks about how you can use it under your foundation for a lit from within luminosity, over foundation, oh cool, for a radiant flawless finish, or on its own after Charlotte's Magic Cream for lasting glow. So I'm gonna use it under my foundation. We'll see how that goes because I don't like a lot of super duper glow, but I'm fine with a little bit nowadays. I used to really not like a glow, but I'm not as into the matte look anymore. So let's put some of this on. I guess I noticed a little bit of a glow added. Let's put it on my dry hand and see what that does, just so we can kind of see it there. So it's got kind of a little bit of a very, very soft golden glow to it. It's very, very subtle. So there it is. I mean, it seems nice, but I'm not noticing like a huge difference with it. maybe just a slight sort of a glow on the skin. Okay, so I don't have a foundation or a brow product, so I'm gonna apply those and I'll be right back to continue on with some more goodies. Okay, now onto eyes. So I applied some eyeshadow primer and set that with some powder. So they sent me a beautiful eyeshadow palette. This is the Luxury Palette Color-Coded Eyeshadows. And this is in the shade the Dulce Vida. So it says Prime, Enhance, Pop, and Smoke. So let me show you the inside of it. This is so pretty. It just looks and feels fancy. I love this color scheme. Like, this is gorgeous. I have already swatched it because I couldn't wait. And these are stunning. So pretty. Like I said, I love this kind of a color scheme. I think it's beautiful. Okay, so let's go in with this one right here on a fluffier kind of a crease brush. This is a Cozette S175 brush. Let's see. Does not seem very soft or powdery. Let's see how this applies and builds up. Just applying this into my crease. This is blending very easily. This is a slightly darker color than I would normally use in my crease and transition area, but it's still totally working because it's blending so well. It's diffusing nicely. Yeah, that is really, really pretty. Okay, so now I'm gonna get some of this shade right here. I'm gonna first apply it dry just to see what that looks like. Let's see. Again, like hardly any fallout or poofing at all on the brush. There it is, just like that. So it is a little bit more sheer as far as that goes, but most shimmery shades are. Let's see what it looks like with my finger. Ooh, that definitely brings out the sparkle more. Okay, and now I'm going to use some setting spray, which is the way that I prefer to use most every metallic-y or sparkly sort of a shade. So I'm going to apply that with some, with some setting spray. Oh, that's pretty. This is really pretty because it has a beautiful sparkle to it, but it's not chunky glitter or anything like that. I like chunky glitter, but this is like just a subtle, beautiful sparkle. I really like this look. It isn't like super duper intense or anything, but it's like wearable in that, you know, you don't always wear like a super glittery or over the top eye look every single day. I mean, you might, and you do you, and sometimes I do. But I like that this is like drama, but that could apply to a lot of life situations. Like you could take this eye look into a lot of different scenarios in life. Now I'm gonna get this darkest shade right here on a crease brush and put this in my outer corner just for a little bit more definition. Taking that first crease brush and just doing a little bit of blending. Yeah, that just has a really pretty bronzy, smoky look to it. I like that. Very pretty. Okay, so next they sent me a liner. This is the Feline Flick Quick Fine Line Shodo pen. Let's see. It says an intense black fine-tipped pen inspired by Shodo, Japanese calligraphy. Effortlessly creates a fluid, clean line for the perfect feline flick every time. So let's see what it looks like. Ooh, so it's this kind of a liner. So it's kind of a felty tip. So we're just gonna go for it and see how this works. So it is definitely a felt tip. It doesn't have a lot of bend to it. So usually I prefer a little bit more bend just because I find I can get a little bit more precise application that way, but that is total personal preference. This is super nice and black though, without, why am I talking while I'm doing this? I'm making this extra challenging for myself. But it's like, it's pigmented, but it's not runny. So it's not running on my eyes, which I really, really like. So I like that it's pigmented, but not going everywhere. Ooh, I like that I can get in here very precisely in the corner of my eye. And I'm amazed that that is not bleeding like at all. Wow. Okay, yeah, I do really, really like that. I'm impressed with that. Yes, I've heard good things about this liner, and I can see why. Wow, it's like a It's a really interesting formula. Just how it's so inky, but not going everywhere. So yes, big fan of this. Next they sent me a mascara. I'm super duper picky about mascara, but let's see. Okay, so this is the Full Fat Lashes. Curl, separation, volume, length, drama, all the things I'm looking for in a mascara. It says 5-star mascara, beautiful packaging. All of this stuff has beautiful, luxurious, just high-end looking packaging. It's so pretty. It says, your search for the one is over. My perfect 5-in-1 mascara. Let's see. Talking about kind of how to apply it. Use an eyelash curler. Start from the inner corner, brush lashes from root to tip. Outer corner, pull brush out and up to lengthen lashes. Use tip of the brush to coat bottom lashes. Okay, so let's see. This is what the packaging looks like. You take it out and it is a brush, like a brush, not like a plasticky sort of an applicator. So let's start applying and see what happens. I can definitely tell that it is grabbing each lash because it's not seeming to clump them together. So it's looking a little bit kind of fluttery, this first coat, but a lot of times I like that in a mascara because then a second coat, you can get more of that volume, but then you have the separation and the definition of your lashes. So it's like it builds this super volumized, I don't even know how to describe it, like a volumized look with your lashes without it just being like 4 lashes. You know what I mean? So it defines them, but then you can get this inky look after several coats. So let's see if that's what happens. Okay, so here is several coats. It definitely, ooh, I just noticed something. Has a little click. I like that. That's a little added detail. It has a little click when you turn it, so you can really tell when it's closed. So I really like that. So that's a little added thing I just now noticed. But as far as how it builds, this is several coats. It definitely does build on itself. Definitely gives length, gives definition to the lashes. Volume, it does give volume for sure. I think that just the It Cosmetics Superhero is kind of a little bit hard to beat in my eyes, so I do still prefer that one over this one, but I do think this is a pretty good mascara. I mean, I'm super picky about mascara, but I like that this is not doing like 4 lashes. You definitely still have that definition, and it is building on itself. I would just have to keep going with more coats to really get it to the amount of volume that I'm looking for, which my amount of volume I'm looking for is almost close to clumpy lashes. So, you know, what I'm looking for may be different than what you're looking for. Okay, so I don't have a concealer or powder, so I'm gonna apply those and I'll be right back. I'm gonna go ahead and finish out my eyes. So I'm gonna get some of this shade right here on a BH Cosmetics number 10 brush. I'm gonna try to really lightly apply this to my lower lash line. I'm barely touching because this is a pigmented shadow and I want kind of a lighter look on my lower lash line. I'm gonna pop some mascara on my lower lashes. Whoa, that like big time grabbed every lash on my lower lash line. So yeah, really like it on my lower lash line. I am so excited about this because I have heard such good things about it. It looks so fancy. This is the Film Star Bronze and Glow Face Sculpt and Highlight. So this like slides off of each side. And then you have a super fancy palette inside. It's got little wording here talking about the highlighting and the sculpting. It says, this is a secret that silver screen sirens have kept to themselves for years. So there's just so much attention to detail, which is so cool. And look at this. Oh my gosh. It's so fancy. That's so neat. So one side is the sculpt and one side is the highlight. So let me get a brush. Okay, so I'm gonna get some of the sculpt on a Sedona Lace FB 05 brush. Let me get some of these stray hairs off of here. Just gonna go in and do some sculpting on my face. Wow. So this is a really pretty color. It's like a very soft, neutral, It almost looks rosy, but it doesn't in a swatch when I just put it on my finger, but on the face it has this like soft kind of a rosy look to it. My brush is coming apart. Look at this. That is pretty because it's soft. It's really soft and natural, but still sculpting. And I'm gonna do highlighter in a second after I apply some blush. So they sent me the Cheek to Chic Swish and Pop Blusher. Once again, beautiful packaging on it. You open it up. They sent me the shade First Love, which looks like a beautiful neutral color. So here is the packaging on this. You open it up. This is what it looks like. Beautiful neutral shade. Let me get a brush. And I'm just going to, I think that you're supposed to swirl and pop. Let's see. Swish outer shade across cheekbones. And does it say anything else? I thought you were supposed to like swish and pop. Oh, here's the other part that says pop. So swish, it says swish the outer shade across cheekbones, and then pop the middle shade onto the apples of the cheeks. So let's swish. So I'm going to swish, do that first. Okay, that alone is beautiful. And then I'm gonna pop and get some of the middle color. Pop that right on the apples of my cheeks. Okay, wow, love that, blended beautifully, love the shade, not patchy, nothing bad to say about it, super duper nice quality. Now I'm gonna take that highlight shade from the Film Star palette and pop some of this on my cheekbones. It says down your nose as well. Ooh, that's pretty. Because it is catching the light, but it's not over the top. It's like that very versatile kind of a highlight color. Just a little bit down my nose. I don't usually do this with highlights, but I'll go ahead and give it a whirl. And then where else does it say to put it? The bow of the lips and the brow bone. Wow, the hype is real, y'all. Film Star palette is amazing, and that blush is gorgeous. So those are so nice. Okay, and then for lips, they sent me a lip liner and a couple lipsticks. So I'm gonna use one of the lipsticks, but I wanted to show you the other one. This is the Matte Revolution. It says Luminous Modern Matte Long Lasting Lipstick, and this is in the shade Red Carpet Red. So here is what the box looks like. Oh, look at this beautiful packaging. The lipstick itself is gorgeous. It has a beautiful shape to it. Just fancy, so fancy. This is a gorgeous red color. Ugh, just so fancy. It just feels fancy, it looks fancy, it's fancy. So the lip liner is the Lip Cheat Reshape and Resize Lip Liner, and they sent me the shade Pillow Talk, which I've heard lots about. Here's what the box looks like. Here is what the lip liner itself looks like. So let's go ahead and, well, let's swatch it first. Let's look at a little swatchy swatch. Ooh, beautiful neutral color. So let's apply this. That's a beautiful color. I've said before, I don't usually spend a lot on lip liners, but this one is really pretty. I mean, if I were to get a high-end lip liner, I would want it to be a color that I would get a lot of use out of and a good formula. And I really, really like this color. And it seems like that kind of formula that you could go ahead and fill in your lips completely with it. So you could use it as a lipstick or as a liner. So if I were to get a high-end lip liner, this would definitely be one that I would consider because that is really pretty. Okay, the lipstick is the Kissing, K-I-S-S-I-N-G, Fallen from the Lipstick Tree. And this is in the shade Bitch Perfect. So once again, super fancy packaging. Let's look at it. Ooh, just a gorgeous nude. So pretty. Has a really nice vanilla scent to it. Yummy. Very nice formula on this. It feels really nice and hydrating, but it does feel like that type that's going to kind of set down a little bit and then probably have a good wear time. I'll annotate how it wore, but oh, I love that color. I love how it feels on the lips. Love the scent, fancy packaging. Big fan of this. Last little step, I do want to take the lightest shade in the eyeshadow palette and pop this on the inner corners of my eyes because I hadn't used that color yet. And I want to play with all the colors in there, and I also like that little pop on the inner corners of the eyes. Okay guys, so here is the finished look. So quick little wrap up on the product. So things that I'm not jumping up and down excited about, just a couple really. The primer, I'm not like super wowed by it, but I'm not like a big primer girl. I use primers, but I've really just gotten into them in the last couple of years. So I don't really notice a lot of variances between the different ones. So I'm probably not the best person to really speak to how this is better or worse than other primers. So gonna try it out more, but I'm not jumping up and down excited about it from trying it today. The mascara I think is good, but there are other mascaras that I like a little bit better than this, but I do still think it's workable. I mean, I think my lashes look nice. I still have to go back to my It Cosmetics Superhero. That one's hard to beat for me. But pretty much all the other things I really, really love. I do still have to try out this lipstick, so I will report back to you on that one. But in a swatch, it looks beautiful. The packaging is gorgeous. Really like the eyeshadow palette. Is it my favorite eyeshadow palette I've ever used? No, but it does feel very fancy. It worked nicely. I love the collection of colors in here. It feels like a fancy eyeshadow palette, and it is, but it feels like a luxurious experience using it. Really love this magic cream. I mean, this is a pricey moisturizer, but wow, I mean, that just felt amazing on the skin. I cannot wait to continue using this, so definitely like this a lot. Really, really like this eyeliner. I mean, this is like such a different sort of a formula that is so good. Just love everything about it. So really, really like this. The lip products are really nice. I mean, this is a beautiful lip liner. This color is amazing. Love that. This lipstick, love everything about it. It's beautiful. It's stunning. But I would say I think my two favorite products would have to be the blush. Well, my three favorite products, I'm gonna say three, would be the lipstick. Well, gosh, y'all, I was gonna say my four favorite with this. I mean, I really like all these things I'm listing at the end. So yeah, all these things at the end, I really, really love. So the lipstick, the blush is just gorgeous. I mean, it looks just stunning on the cheeks. And the Film Star palette is so fancy and beautiful and just one of those things, it's one of those luxury products that I think you would really enjoy and get a lot of use out of. So it would be like, I don't know, just using fancy every day, which is kind of fun. So I love this. I think it's beautiful and so nice on the skin. All right, guys, so those are all the goodies that I have to show you today. So I hope that you really enjoyed this video and I hope it was helpful for you. Please do a thumbs up if it was. Let me know down below what you think about Charlotte Tilbury's line. What are some of your favorite things from her line, or maybe your not so much favorite things from the line? I would love to know your thoughts and opinions down below. Ask me any questions that you have. I'm happy to answer those. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!